Welcome back, folks, for another episode of Weekend with Sam for the week before September 21st. Now, the big news that happened this week is that Scotland didn't choose independency from Great Britain. So, the Union Jack flag does not get rid of the Scottish flag. So, alright. But that's the big news today, or big news this week. But I normally don't do normal news, so I just do World of Tank stuff. And mostly other stuff. But okay. So, I did the Storm Gazette 4, a premium tier 5 tank destroyer for the Germans this week, so you can check that out. But in my opinion, the engine power really suck. So, but alright. I also did 2 test server projects. One is the testing of the Bulldog, which I like. I really like that tank. 10 round auto loading clip is very fun. The KV-85 is also another tank I played. Stick with the 100mm gun on that tank. Do not use 122mm. The 122mm is way too unreliable. Yeah, it's not reliable at all. Use the 100mm. It still feels like a fast version of a heavy tank. So it's still like a big heavy tank, like the IS or the IS-3. So it still plays like a fat medium tank. So yeah, alright. But you can click on any of the links and check out those videos. But I've been busy with Hot September and the On Track to the 113 because Wargaming likes to throw a lot of stuff at you. And yeah, I've been lacking sleep. Just 5 more days. Just tough it out. 5 more days and we're done with Hot September. Oh, you can do it, Sam. Alright. So here are the main news that happened this week. So, not a lot of stuff been going on this week other than Hot September and the On Track to the 113 heavy tank, as well as the 9.3 test server. So, yeah, that's pretty much the same as last week. So, here are the main news, as well as leak information that came out this week. So, destroyed tanks don't ricochet shells. That would be way too broken if it did. You cannot bounce a shot off of somebody's wreck into a corner and hit somebody else. That would be way too broken. So, yeah. Don't shoot at inanimate objects such as wrecks or buildings and hope for bounces. You can only shoot at enemies and the shell will bounce if you don't penetrate and hit somebody else with. But yeah, don't shoot at wrecks. So the Chaffee race will come out September 29th or the 30th based on the trailer if you watched the trailer before. So here is the link for the trailer of the Chaffee race or Chaffee race, and it looked pretty cool. But if you look at the end date, it says September 29th/30th. What I always thought is that the 9.3 patch will be coming out with the Chaffee race. Or the Chaffee race will be coming out with the 9.3 patch. Either way. But the Russians are getting their 9.3 patch sometimes around September 22nd/23rd. So that's pretty crazy. But if you look at this little poster they have on the Russian server, it says a countdown to how many days left for the 9.3 patch. And this been released today. That's 2 more days from now. So the Russians are getting this 9.3 patch on Tuesday/Wednesday. And generally the European server will get it 1 day later. So they'll get it on Wednesday/Thursday. And the American server will get it 1 week later than the Russians. So next week. So it's on the same day as the September 29th/30th. Yeah, so generally, the Chaffee race trailer says the same thing about when the 9.3 patch will be released. So, 1 more week, I guess. I presume 1 more week. But yeah, that's gonna be weird if the Russians and Europeans would not get the Chaffee race with the same time as the 9.3 patch. But yeah, that's pretty weird. But click on the link to open up a new window displaying the Chaffee race trailer. But it looks pretty cool. Looks very cool. So back to the main stuff. And that's pretty much it for the 9.3 patch release date. Now, old tier 8 light tanks, the AMX 1390 for the French, as well as the WZ132 for the Chinese, will be rebalanced in order to compete against the new light tanks introduced. So, in my opinion, the AMX 1390 should get a better mobility boost because that tank doesn't turn as well as other light tanks at the tier. But it does get a pretty good auto-loading cannon with 6 shots, averaging about 1500 damage per clip. So it still could burst down a tier 8 heavy tank by itself from full health. But that's pretty cool. However, in my opinion, the WZ132 needs a buff because the RE251 has almost everything better than the WZ-132. It gets better gun with better accuracy, it moves faster with better traverse and better mobility, and better terrain resistance. So, other than the camera rating the WZ-132 has over the RU-251, I think the WZ-132 needs a buff, so they are planning a buff for the old Tier 8 light tanks. There's no ETA on the T-34-2, the MX M4 1945, the SU-101, the Alpha Panther, the 113 and 121, so they're planning a buff for these tanks, but there's no ETA. There's also a plan for the Su-85B nerf for the Tier 4 Russian tank destroyer, so alright. The Stug 4 is getting a buff on the Super Test server because it's kinda crappy based on my preview on Monday, but limited matchmaking is now being considered because the gun is way too crap. The gun penetration is buffed from 106mm to 110, which is negligible. DPM gets buffed by reload time decrease, rate of fire increase obviously, so increasing DPM, which is good, it needs it. Accuracy gets buffed by decent amount. Accuracy with max speed is buffed, so you can fire on the move. Gun now traverse faster, hull traverse faster, so alright. Terrain resistance get buffed, but it still has a crappy 300 horsepower engine, so annoyed guy is annoyed. Yeah, that's kind of bad for this tank. It's still sluggish, 300 horsepower. It's basically a Super Pershing, or Super Stug, if you will. So, I can call it the Super Stug. It's so, the gun is not good. The gun compared to the L71mm, 88mm is way better than the L43mm. So, yeah, the longer barrel. The gun never existed. The L71. Wait, is it L71 or L50 something? I don't remember. But that gun never existed in real life. So, yeah, the Stug always had this crappy short barrel, 75mm. Did I just say 80? Why was I thinking about the Tiger's gun? I don't know. Whatever. So, yeah, this tank still have a crappy 300 horsepower engine, so ugh. So yeah, the Stug 4, it's alright, Super Stug I guess, but there is a release info on the Super Test server about a Tier 2 premium tank, quote unquote. It's basically a special tank, the Panzer II OSF-D. So this is likely a New Year's reward tank, so here's a picture of the tank. But yeah, it's very suitable as a New Year's reward. Like the Light Tank VIC, I don't even know what that thing called, Mark II for the British, as well as the T7 car you get for the last year Golden Joystick Awards. But there's no Golden Joystick Awards for World of Tanks this year, so that sucks. But yeah, it's kind of like those two tanks. But I'll go over a review of this leak New Year's skiff somewhat soon. So, alright, but just another snack for the T18. But T18 is getting nerfed, so I guess. But yeah, it's pretty much another snack for the T18, like all the other New Year's gift, like the Light Tank VIC, whatever you call it, as well as the T7 car. Get freaking one-shotted because of lack of armor. But yeah, it's a free tank anyways. But it's pretty. Oh, there's so many variants of the tank, obviously. So alright, there's no Storm Tiger line. I'm sorry. So if you haven't heard yet, there were plans on making a Storm Tiger for the German tank destroyers, but it's way too OP. Way too OP. And if you look at the pictures of a Storm Tiger, that's a Storm Tiger. So basically it's a Tiger's hull mounted with a 305mm cannon howitzer. It's big enough to fit a guy through. Oh my god, look at the size of a shell. It's a 305mm, I think. Jesus Christ. This thing they tested on the, well, there's super test server before they released the super test server. But this thing was shot to IS-7. So yeah, no. It's broken. It's broken. It lobs the size of a man. It's a human catapult. So no Storm Tiger for you. Way too broken. It can fit a guy through. Are you kidding me? So no Storm Tiger line. Yeah, don't even think about it. So rework historical battles won't come out in 2014. It's not as successful as you might have hoped. But yes, historical battle not that fun. Not many people queue up for it though, so that sucks. But yeah, Wargaming is reworking on historical battles and making it better. So hopefully it makes it better because not a lot of people have like crappy tier 3 tanks and tier 4 tanks and they're willing to play like freaking historical battles with. Now, if you're gonna have those tanks available, even if you don't have these tanks in your garage, that pretty much would be a good deal. As well as you put some special missions like getting special reward tanks or XP bonus or credit bonus, probably people will play then. But yeah, make more incentive to play historical battles. So they need to rework on this thing or work on this thing, whatever. The 9.5 patch should be out on December 15th. I do not even know what that thing includes. So 9.4 patch will be out sometimes in November or late October. So what? So they're going to include another patch, but the patch are pretty small if you're going to release this soon. So alright. And the final news is that the Chieftain Mark II will be replacing the FV215B, the tier 10 British heavy tank. Now I'll probably go over a speculation on Chieftain Mark II, but it has very good turret. The Chieftain was the main battle tank for the British during the Cold War, and it's still a very reliable tank. Nah, I just stumble. Alright, but the Chieftain is a very good tank. It's a very popular tank because it's still used as a training tank for new recruits for the British Army before they go into the Challenger tanks. So it's still a pretty decent tank. And the gun on the Chieftain Mark III, gets the L11A5, and that's the same gun that's used on the Challenger, which is pretty amazing. So yeah, this is a pretty sweet tank, and I really look forward to it. But you have to grind out the freaking Churchills, and oh god, I hate the Churchill Mark 1, I hate the Churchill Mark 7, I hate it! So stupid of a tank. You can easily hit through the tracks and damage the hull. Ugh, so bad. But yeah, the Chieftain, oh my god, sweet tank. It's like giving the game a Abrams or something like that. But yeah, it's pretty broken. But here is the other interesting news not pertaining to World Tanks. So here's the update on my main account, but I'm gonna pop up a link right now so you can skip it. So skip all of it if you don't want to watch me glow over my stuff. So blah, whatever. But it should be pretty quick, like 2 minutes, hopefully. But there's 5 days left on Hot September for my grind, so I'm at 80% done. I didn't grind today yet, so after today it will be like 84%. So thank God that thing's over. But here's a quick overview of my account. So click on the link if you want to skip it. So here's a quick update on my main World of Tanks account, obviously. But I've been playing the Type 58. I rebought it like a week ago. I've been playing this week, so I hate this thing. But I don't hate it, I don't despise it, but I don't really like it because there's no gun depression on this tank. I already have a review of this tank and it cannot keep the goddamn gun down. Jesus. So yeah, it's alright of a tank. It just, I don't really like it. I don't despise it. I just don't like it. I don't like a lot of tank like the douche wagon. I hate that tank. So I don't despise this tank. I just don't really like it. But you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So basically you can finish up the medium tank mission for Hot September and get that Type 62 out, as well as do the on track for the 113 and get the Type 64. So yeah, you can do 2 birds with 1 stone with this thing. So yep, that's pretty nice. But I've been playing the IS-2 as well, if this tank is still in battle. So this tank is decent. It's a Chinese copy or Chinese received copy of the IS tank. So it's alright. I still prefer the IS because the IS can have better mobility because of better engine. The IS has a better engine, I think. This tank has a 550 horsepower engine, whereas the IS gets like a 700 horsepower engine. I think. I might be wrong. I don't know. Yep, it gets a 700 horsepower engine. So, and it weighs less. So, the IS shifts better than the IS-2. But, yeah, it's better gun depression too for some reason. So, alright, but this tank, I don't despise it. I don't really like it. Like the IS, but I don't really like the IS also. So, I sold my IS, but whatever. Also finished grinding on the AMX 1390. Finished this thing. So I get my Lorraine 40T, Lori 40T out of the way. But yeah, 3 weeks of grind. 3 weeks of constant grind on this thing to get 200,000 plus XP. That is just ridiculous. So it's been rough. It's been really rough. But since I'm finished with this light tank, I can work on other light tanks that needs the XP, such as the Tiny Leopard. This thing is weird. I played only like 3 games. I got a mastery badge in 3 games. 2 games or 4 games? Let's see. I just don't want to gloat. But this tank is... Nobody plays the tank. Nobody. And I mean nobody. What the hell is the tank? Yeah, Panther Tiger. Why did I play the type? I played 6 games. I have a 33% win ratio. And I got a mastery badge out of it. The fuck, man. Wow, this tank sucks. But yeah, it's alright. It's alright. I'm still getting used to it, but nobody plays this thing, so that's why I got a mastery badge so easily. That's a weird tank. But yeah, rest of the stuff is pretty much the same. I already finished upgrading the T54E1 like a week ago, but that's old news. So here's something interesting, and I'm going to compare my old stats with my new stats. So cutaway. So here is a quick interesting point I want to make about your stats in World of Tanks and how much it doesn't really change after a while. So here is the first World of Tanks video I ever made on my YouTube account, and basically this is my Type T34 review, and you can see my stats right here on the XVM screenshot. So I only played 8,000 games back then and has a efficiency rating of 1235 and a 55% win ratio. But jump to today, 7 months later, the efficiency rating only increased by 190, so it's not that much increase. But my win percentage is increased by 3%, almost 3%, and I play 15,000 games. So basically, it's doubled of what I have 7 months ago. So yeah. So your stats will not change dramatically over time. Now 55% win percent to a 58% win percent is, according to some people, very dramatic, but I don't really care. So yeah, your stats doesn't change that quickly. So you can compare my old stats to my new stats. And here is the link to my old Type T34 review, but I was such an idiot back then, and I didn't even know what the half I'm doing. But yeah, so your stats doesn't change that fast, so don't worry about it. I didn't worry about my stats back then, so I didn't really care. But yeah, your stats will go up automatically if you do well and learn about the game. So what I'm trying to say is don't worry about your stats, so it doesn't really matter. But here's back to the main news, and cut away. So here are the rest of the interesting stuff before I finish off this Weekend with Sam video. Now if you haven't heard about the Fury movie or the Fury movie trailer, it's basically about Brad Pitt and some other guys playing as a Sherman tank crew, Sherman Easy A tank crew against a bunch of Germans and a Henschel Tiger 1 tank during World War II. Now, I really do not hate Brad Pitt, but I really fucking hate this movie. So first of all, I think Brad Pitt is not a bad actor. He was very good in Fight Club and very good in Glorious Bastards. So he's one of my favorite actors. So I don't really care what other people say, but Brad Pitt is not bad. I don't mind him. But there's 2 other characters, supporting characters in this movie that I really fucking hate. Case number 1 and case number 2. I really fucking hate these 2. Give me any other young actors to play the role of a young soldier or tank crew that's playing during World War II, and I'm perfectly fine with it. Not these 2 fuckers, alright? First of all, Shia LaBeouf, or LaBeouf, whatever the fuck you call his name, he fucked up Transformers. So fuck him. Fuck his screaming face. I hate him. And Logan, what's his face? Fucking, I just want to smash his teeth in. God, I hate this guy. He's so wimpy looking. He's not a gruff man to play a tank crew. I don't care. Give me some new actors. I don't fucking, the perks of being a fucking Transformer. That's basically what it is. Fuck! I hate these 2. So, alright, so that's first of all. I hate these 2 supporting actors. They're pissing me off. They do not look like tank crew members. They do not look like soldiers to me. No matter how much grit, how much grime, how much scars you put on them, how much blood, they're fucking not soldiers in my opinion. So, yeah, Alright, watch this trailer for the international trailer for the Fury movie.
I'm staying here with you.
What the fuck is that, man? What the fuck is that? Laser blast? What is this? Star Wars? What the fuck, man? Fuck you. So, the fuck it has green lasers? What the So, breathe, Sam. Breathe. So, alright, so that's another gripe with the movie. The fucking effects look stupid. Alright? And third of all, one of the producers, if you watch behind the scenes or making of the Fury trailer, the guy talks how the Sherman tank was like a metal tin in comparison to the Tiger 1 tank. First of all, I hate his face. He doesn't know shit, alright? First of all, Shermans were not that bad. This upgraded 76mm cannon easily dealt with Tiger tanks, and that's why the Tiger tanks become obsolete, and the Germans had to make Tiger 2 tanks by the end of the war. Or King Tigers, as the Allies called it. I don't know why the guy was hating on the Shermans, but I just want to rip his fucking throat out. So, fuck that guy, fuck the Shia LaBeouf, fuck the Logan, what's his face. You can't... Okay, when you think of Logan, you think of Wolverine, alright? Wolverine's fucking awesome. You think of him, he's not a fucking Logan. He's more like a fucking Jerry or something. So, that's my gripe. Oh god. Hurts my brains. Ugh. So, give me a few seconds to stop raging about the Fury movie. But here are two very interesting economics video about MMO games, thanks to For the Record. But they explain a lot of stuff about economics and inflation, as well as money sink and what other concept of economics within online gaming, which is very interesting. So I highly recommend you guys check this out and learn a little bit about economics within multiplayer games. So that is why World of Tanks does not have player-to-player trading based system, because they want to manage inflation and credit usage. So it's pretty good balance issue. So I kind of like it. So try to check these two videos out, which is very good. And the last thing I want to talk about is the Tokyo Game Show and World of Warship promotion of the Apregio of Blue Steel anime. So it's like World of Tanks promoting Girl on Panzer. So World of Warships are promoting a new anime or old anime called Apregio of Blue Steel, which is basically about warships and battleships, which is very cool. So I like the concept when a game developer try to contact a audience base outside of a gaming community, like the anime community, which is very good, very cool concept. So I love watching anime. Obviously, I love Girl on Panzer, so I watch a few episodes of ABS, and it's pretty cool anime. So you can see the screenshots, how promotion they're trying to be, having the characters at their crew. So it's pretty nice, and they're doing something right. So goddamn Japanese, they know what to do with gamers. So yeah, it's pretty nice, and I like it. So it's basically about submarine class battleship. So it's pretty fucking sweet. But yeah, I like it. So World of Warship still nice. I mean, they promoted anime for me to watch, and good stuff. So I guess. But other than that, that's pretty much it for this week. So for next week is 9.3 patch coming soon. So hopefully for the Russians and European server. But I doubt it's coming out for the North American servers. So don't get your hopes up. But with the next week, I'll finish up with Hot September and finally be done with shit. So I can actually have some free time out and do some other videos. So just 5 more days, and I'm done with Hot September. So pray for that. But thank you guys for watching and sitting through these boring updates and other crap. But that Fury movie got me pissed off, and my mouth is really dry right now, and my throat hurts. So, oh god. But thank you guys for watching, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. Now, if you like my Weekend with Sam video and my other stuff, please subscribe to my channel and rate, comment, subscribe. Helps me out. Helps me out a lot. My throat hurts. So, but thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.